As this nightmare of a season slowly comes to an end, it's become abundantly clear that there's a clear disconnect going on between the front office and Willie Green. So we're going to break that down right now on Pelicans Scoop. So grab your popcorn, cue my music.
This is the Pelicans Scoop with Jordan Kitchens, breaking down everything under the sun about your New Orleans Pelicans. Smash that like button, leave a comment, and subscribe to stay on top of your Pels content. Now, running point, here's Jordan.
What is good, YouTube? Welcome back to another edition of the Pelicans Scoop. I am your host with the most, Jordan Kitchens, and ladies and gentlemen, first order of business for today's episode, man. We're going to talk Willie Green. I know. I already hear you guys already. Yes, you. Why you looking at me like that, dog? You don't got to look at me like that. You know what we're talking about. We're talking Willie Green, man. And yes, ladies and gentlemen, it's become abundantly clear to my analysis, and I'm pretty sure other people's analysis, that there's a obvious disconnect going on between what David Griffin is trying to accomplish and what Willie Green is trying to accomplish. And the main culprit who I feel like that's affecting the most is Antonio Yves. All right, the second round rookie that you traded up to get. Let's keep that let's keep that context, ladies and gentlemen. The Pelicans traded into the second round to pick Antonio Yves out of Kentucky. You know, he was a guy averaging 20 points at Kentucky, you know, but he wasn't one of the one and done guys. You know, been around college. He's one of these new college basketball guys, you know, been around a couple stops, finally finds his home in, you know, the NIL era, one of these NIL players, right? So older player coming in, but he's not that much old. But at the same time, I feel like this year has just been such a, I ain't gonna say a flop for him, but he's been put into a terrible situation. I mean, you could say the same thing happened with Jordan Hawkins last year, where it felt like Willie was stunning his growth by just not playing him and whatnot. But then you see what Hawkins is like this year. So two sides to every coin. But the thing is about Antonio Yves, he has shown you time and time again he has game. All right. The man just went 5. So the Pelicans lost last night to the Detroit Pistons, 130-136. Went down to a CJ McCollum 40-point game. But the game before that, they played the Minnesota Timberwolves again, right? Without Zion. And Antonio Yves got some burn that game. And he went 5 for 5, 11 points, you know, 5 for 5. So he does that literally 2 nights before. And then he plays, 3 minutes total against the Pistons. Barely comes off the bench. I mean, Willie Green's playing Jamal Cain and some dude named Keith Brooks Jr., Keon Brooks, whatever this dude name. I couldn't even tell you his name. And I watched this team. So this Willie Green is playing guys that have no business with this team moving forward, that have no immediate future with this team. Jamal Cain and Keith Brooks, bunch of 2 guys you can go grab off the street. And Willie Green consistently plays these guys over rookies that need the time to develop in a season where it's been lost. So the best thing for you to do in a season that is lost is to play your young guys, see what you got. Let's see if these guys are actual real NBA players, see what they can contribute to a team, and then we can reassess that going into the offseason. No. Not with Willie Green. He, on the other hand, is coaching for his livelihood. Granted, I get that. You know, nobody wants to be unemployed, especially in this economy. So at the same time, Willie Green is coaching for his NBA career. He knows that his back is against the wall. Willie Green, as much as we like to play on Willie, he might not be the best coach, but he's not stupid. So he understands that this is probably it. All right, I'm probably going to get fired after this season, and damn it, we're going to try and win every game going down the stretch. I mean, you're playing CJ McCollum, Trey Murphy extended minutes in games that don't matter. Zero matter at all. I mean, Bruce Brown played 35 minutes last night against the Pistons. Why? Get some of these young guys some burn. I don't know what happened to Brandon Boston Jr. I guess his ankle is just died. I guess his ankle has fallen off his body, and we're just never going to see Brandon Boston Jr. for the rest of the season. I guess he's on that BI regimen. I guess he taking a page out of his idol, Brandon Ingram, and just like, we're going to get an ankle injury, and we're just not. I don't know. I really don't know. I don't know if they're holding him out. I don't know. That's why I feel like there's a disconnect going on, because at this point in the season, Trey Murphy was a casualty, so I'm not going to say Trey. He was already a casualty, even though he basically got hurt in like 30 seconds. But CJ, Zion, they should not be playing. Well, Zion already had his minute restriction, but they should not be playing over 30 minutes a game at this point. They shouldn't. It's doing the team more harm than good, especially for the future. But the future doesn't matter to Willie Green because it's about right now. He knows there is no future for him, so he's trying to do everything in his power to win these games. That's why when people are saying, oh, no, this team's tanking, No, they've shown a little bit of tanking now towards the end, but at that one point in time, they were not tanking. The Pelicans were trying their hardest to win those games, especially when those having those crazy losing streaks. Oh, no. The team was trying to win. They're just not good. Okay, they're not coached well. And Willie Green understands that this is it. So I'm going out blazing. I'm running these guys into the ground. Forget these young cats or whatever, because that doesn't have to do with me. I'm not even going to be here to reap the benefits. And I feel like that ultimately is harming the development of the young guys on this team. It is. At this point in the season, you should be playing you should be clearing out your bench, seeing what you got. Carlo and Antonio Reeves should be leading this team in minutes played, and Misi. Like, you need to be playing guys that you need to see what they have to unlock their potential. And Antonio Reeves has shown you nothing but that he can be a productive player in the NBA. But he cannot find a way to get off the bench. But instead, you're playing Jamal Cain and Keith Brooks Jr. And ultimately, that has always been my biggest gripe with Willie Green when I'm really looking at the stats, the statistics, is that, bro, you're terrible at developing young talent. Or just playing young talent. And they're not in a position where they have to be forced into the lineup like Yves Misi early in this season when you had no other big man but Daniel Tice. And it took the Lord to finally tell you, stop starting Daniel Tice and put Misi in the lineup. But at the same time, you wasn't playing Carlo. You still giving Tice minutes over Carlo. You still last year, Jordan Hawkins was not even coming off the bench. All right, he dropped 34 points against Dallas. You don't see him again. I mean, JRE's, he's younger. He's not one of the young core nucleus pieces, but JRE will come out and have a great game and then won't play for the next 10. But you're playing CJ McCollum and Bruce Brown extended minutes when it doesn't matter. When it really doesn't matter. You have 19 wins. You should really be focused on trying to secure a top 3 pick. But that's why I said there's an ultimate disconnect going on. David Griffin, he might be trying to lose. You know, he feel like his job is safe. I don't know, because he also did say his team could try and make a play-in push at one point after like we was on a 17-game losing streak or something like that. He's talking about, they can still make a play. No, brother, we've been mathematically disqualified since like January. Okay, so at that point on, the focus on the team should have been developing the young guys for next year to see what you got. You're just doing the team a disservice at this point. It's just by forcing older guys that you already know what they can do. The real issue is that you're already in a position where next year you're going to be down Trey, Herb, DeJounte. Maybe not Herb, we'll see. But Trey, DeJounte for sure. You're not going to start next season with them. And you need to see what you have. You have to see what you have, because you're not going to have much unless David Griffin does something he's never done in his whole tenure here and actually make a good, well, the DeJounte trade, I still feel like that was good, even though Dyson Danielson exploded at this point. Like, it's just Dyson Danielson's own thing. But finally make a good trade or make a good move and acquire talent. You're not going to have much to work with next year at all. Granted, you might get blessed with a top 3 pick, but it's going to be that. Zion, Misi, maybe CJ's still here, unless you get off CJ McCollum. I can see CJ not being here next year. I can see CJ being on the team next year. I don't know, because these guys don't know. This team has no direction. They say they do, but then they really don't. Because if you really had a direction, you'd be trying to develop these young guys and seeing what you have. And, all right, we're going to get this top pick. All right, Reeves is a good player, so we're going to keep Reeves or Carlo and all this. See what you got. But they don't do that. It's not they don't. Willie Green doesn't do that. He's just focused on trying to win every damn game. You can't blame him, because he knows back against the wall. He knows the walls are closing in. He can feel the federal agent knocking on his door like, dum, 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 dum. William Green, pink slip. Pack your bags. Go. You're done. Terminated. He knows. It's not stupid. Look, Willie Green probably couldn't coach a dog to go piss on a damn pole. He probably couldn't do that. All right? Willie Green probably couldn't teach a spider how to spin a web. He probably couldn't do that. Okay? Willie Green probably couldn't teach a baby how to bleep in a diaper. He probably couldn't do that. But I'll tell you what he can do. He can go grab some veterans that have nothing to do with the team future at all. All right, Keon Brooks Jr., Jamal Cut That Cane. He go get one of those cats. He's good at that. And playing them over the young guys that you need to see develop. Oh, he's real good at that. Bring in Daniel Tice, 35 minutes. That's what Willie Green does. Carlo, get the hell in the back of the bench. We do not need you. That's what he's really good at. Can't take that away from Willie. Cannot take that away. We want to talk about coaching? Be objective. Yes, he can't coach, but damn it, he can go grab some vets and make them feel like they're young again, or make them feel like they're valued and loved. Okay, compassion. That's what Willie can do. He'll do that for you. I promise. The best. He one of the best. One of the best at doing that. One of the best. Couldn't teach a dog how to piss on a pole. No, that's out the equation. But we talking grabbing guys that, fringe NBA guys that, maybe, on the team as a 13 man next year. Maybe. But I'll tell you what, we'll give you 20 minutes right here, see what you got. See how you can ball. So yeah, I just feel like there's a lot of conflict going on. I can say conflict necessarily, but it's a lot of conflicting ideas going on. I'll say that. Yeah, there's conflict. It's conflicting ideas. I feel like one guy wants to lose, and I feel like one guy is just coaching for his life. Maybe they both are trying to win, and there's just two idiots up there. Whatever, man. I'm not going to sit here and keep ranting about Willie and Griff. We already know Pelicans need to get a new head coach. We really need to get a new GM, too. At the same time, both need to go, but we already know Griff's going to be here next year. We're going to Australia. Griff is real happy about that. Last time you heard Griff, he's announcing the team is going to go play in Australia. Other than that, hopefully this team can get a new head coach next year with some X's and O's behind it, not just you got to fight. We don't need that motivational rah-rah. Okay, we need X's and O's, man. We need to know how to execute. We need to know how to put our guys in the best position to succeed. We need to know that a coach is going to play some young guys, see what they can develop, develop some young guys. That's what this team needs. So y'all let me know down in the comments, what did this team need for the immediate future? I think it's a pretty good consensus that everybody feels like we need to go in a different direction with a new head coach. So I don't feel like that's out of this world. I've already made plenty of videos about Willie this year. I just think, well, it's not about what I think. It's about what you guys think. So y'all let me know down in the comments. And we just gonna keep watching Cooper Flag in the tournament, man. Hopefully he can fall to the Pelicans or something. I'll take Dylan Harper. I'll just take anybody at this point. I'll take Derek Queen. Derek Queen last night, he's a game winner, center, big body, board master, gets rebounds. I'll take Derek Queen too, man. I'll just take any. We just need help, ladies and gentlemen. We just need help. So thank you guys for sticking in for another edition of the Pelicans Scoop. I've been your host with the most, Jordan Kittens, and I'm signing out.